Welcome to today's Open Heavens Daily Devotional, written by Pastor Enoch Adeboye.
Monday, July 20, topic The Keys to Freedom, Part 1. Memory verse, Psalm 72 verses 12, For he shall deliver the needy when he crieth, the poor also, and him that hath no helper. God does not want anyone to be under Satan's yoke. This is why Jesus said, Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. God is more than able to break the enemy's yoke over anyone, Isaiah 10 verse 27, but such a person must first admit that he or she needs to be delivered. Years ago, a man brought his wife to me and said, Daddy, help me, my wife is a witch. I asked the woman if it was true and she denied it. I then told her that if she was indeed a witch, as her husband claimed, we could pray with her and she would be delivered. However, she insisted that she wasn't a witch because she wasn't willing to be delivered. I then prayed, if you're not a witch, you will continue to prosper. However, if you are, I bind whatever demons is operating in you. 3 months later, she was brought back to me with her body swollen as she has doubled in size. Apparently, the demon that I bounded inside her had been feasting on her and defecating in her. The first step for someone who is under the devil's yoke to become free is for the fellow to admit that there is a burden that he or she needs to be freed from. Until the fellow makes such an admission, to become free is for the fellow to admit that there is a burden that he or she needs to be freed from. Until the fellow makes such an admission, he or she cannot be free. If the person is okay with where he or she is and is satisfied with sickness, loneliness, barrenness, sorrow, or pain, he or she will remain under the burden of Satan. Some time ago, a man was coughing badly and he was brought to me for prayers. In the past, I would have gone ahead and prayed for him without asking questions, but from experience, I had learnt to ask questions. Therefore, I asked him, Sir, how can I help you? Even though it was clear that he was sick, I knew that I needed to ask him what he really wanted, just as Jesus asked Bartimaeus what he wanted in today's Bible reading. To my surprise, the man said, I want you to pray that the cough leaves slowly. Beloved, are you under Satan's yoke in any area of your life? Admit that you need God's help and cry to him to break it off immediately and completely. He will come to your aid speedily and deliver you in the mighty name of Jesus.